Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about more. But before we get into it, please subscribe, like, and share. So more. What do we think about when we think about more? We think about increase. We think about more means, to increase. So more. More of what? More positivity, more growth, more when I say more, I'm thinking about more in a positive way. Wanting more, believing for more, knowing that we deserve more, wanting to be the best version of ourselves in the most positive way possible. So when I say that, when I think about more, I'm not thinking about greed. When we think about more, we should think about giving. Give and it shall be given. When we wonder why, it's easy for us to pass judgment on the next man or think, well, why is he more ahead than me? Because people, that we shouldn't, but people are always comparing themselves to someone else. We should judge ourselves by ourselves. And what I mean by that is you're running your own race. Compare yourself to yourself. What could you do better? What could you do differently than you did yesterday? Think out. Do I think outside the box? Instead of don't look to the left or to the right, but think about what you can do better. Learn from your own mistakes. Really take self inventory, and we should want more. We should want more, not for someone else or not to. We're not trying to keep up with the Joneses, but we should want more because we should know in our heart that we deserve more. And we should always be growing. Only way to grow is to learn. You have to keep an open mind. You have to be willing to learn in order to grow. You can't grow without knowledge. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Without knowledge, you perish. And one thing that we have to learn, if you get nothing else out of this message, don't ever, any man who knows anything knows that he knows nothing at all. Knowledge is so infinite. It is so infinite. Knowledge it's infinite. And there's people who forgot more than you may ever know in a lifetime. Just never forget that. But as long as you're living, you should always be learning. And remember one thing, mistakes are lessons learned. Yeah, we all make mistakes. We're all imperfect beings. So we all make mistakes, but we learn from those mistakes if you're wise. We live, we learn, we grow by making mistakes. So, don't beat yourself up because you made a mistake. Be thankful that you made the mistake. So at least you know what not to do. At least you know what not to do. Now, that's growth in itself. I did it this way. I kept hitting my head up against the wall. And so I knew to turn that corner. Even if it took me 100 times. Some people might get it the first or second time. But remember, we're running our own race, not comparing ourselves to anyone else. Excuse me. So the goal here is more. To learn more, to want more, to give more, to believe for more. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you believe in your heart that you cannot go beyond this plateau or I'll never have this, or you got a defeated mindset or a scarcity mindset, you are your own worst. That's what this just of more. It should be we are our own worst enemy. It's all in. No man is above his belief system. So according to what you believe, let it be done unto you. Know that you are worthy. You are truly worthy of nothing less than the best. That doesn't mean that you're perfect. That doesn't mean that you didn't make mistakes in life or none of the above. But you got to believe that you're worthy of more regardless of the mistakes that you have made. We've all been hurt. We've all are hurting in some way, shape, or form. People have been misused, abused, spitefully used, disrespected in the whole 9 yards. People have been teased, humiliated. I mean, whether you're the most beautiful or whether on every end of the spectrum, if you're talking about beauty from 1 to 10, from whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody is exempt from hurt. Nobody is exempt. There are hurting people all over the world, whether they're rich, poor, black, white, whatever. It's all irrelevant. These are human. These are things that are common to man, common to the human race as a whole. We all hurt. We all been through something. We're all living, growing, learning, But the bottom line is this. This is the bottom line. Where do you go from here? It's not where you've been, but where you're going. You should always be looking up, thinking up, believing up, wanting up. Some people have so much self-pity and, woe is me. We have to get out of that, And when you want more, I'm going to tell you something. If you truly want more and want to be more and want to do more, you got to think outside the box. You can't be so self-centered. Think about this. Most companies and organizations and corporations that do the best, they have something to give that's beneficial to the masses. Whenever you're thinking me, myself, and I, you'll never get more. You'll always be stagnated, but there's no room to grow when you're only thinking of me, myself, and I. But when you start thinking about the we and the us and what do I have that I can offer to the world, when you start thinking like that, that's when you start to prosper. That's when things in your life start changing. When you start thinking about the we and the us and not the I and the me. Everybody is so self-centered and like I said, everybody is so self-centered because that's just the nature of the beast, the nature of man.